And Booyakasha.
As Gandhi said,
Oh, you two, if it ain't Gandhi, Jesus Christ.
an eye for an eye leaves the whole world blind. I believe that wholeheartedly.
No, it doesn't. There'll be one guy left with one eye. How's the last blind guy gonna take out the eye of the last guy left, who's still got one eye? All that guy has to do is run away and hide behind a bush. Gandhi was wrong. Just that nobody's got the balls to come right out and say it.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. This is episode 177, and tonight we're talking about Seven Psychopaths, as Corny fails to get my computer to make a noise. I deactivated the noise. I am Sean Allred, and joining me tonight is, holy crap, I forgot to do middle names.
That's probably my favorite one so far this year.
Absolutely.
Andrew Flare gun to the face, Jemison.
Nice.
Flare gun to the face. Oh my gosh.
That poor dog.
I know, right?
That dog was awesome, by the way.
Shoot. Corny always throws his Cheetos at the bad guy, Logan.
Won't say the word that they said on the thing, but using some Cheetos is pretty great.
Okay. Little musical interlude there with Corny. Thank you.
It.
Welcome back, buddy.
All we need.
I think for the rest of the episode, you can't talk. You just have to sing everything.
Oh,
Okay. He does a little fun to make that. Sean's accepted.
Oh, geez. Here we go. It's either going to be walking not episodes, walking impressions or guitar playing. I like it. And Sam, I don't know. I always have a hard time coming up with yours anyway. Vector.
Creepy man with a rabbit.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, wait. I have to ask
Sean.
you guys. Hold on. Before you threaten me, Sam, did you guys watch the... Did you guys watch the mid-credit scene? Because there was one. I forgot to remind you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good.
Now, I'm always confused. So mid-credit is any time that it happens during the credits, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
Yeah. And then there's then post-credit is obviously after the credits. So like when what's his name? When Deadpool comes back out in a robe and goes, "What the hell are you guys doing here? Come on. You waiting for something about Deadpool 2?" You know. So, Sam, stop messing with my script. Anyway, yeah, that's your middle name. What were you? Oh, sorry. What was your threat going to be, Sam? By the way,
I was going to tell you that I really wouldn't shoot you in the stomach. That's much too fast.
Too fast. Jeez, that's a painful death too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not if you have a lot of stomach.
Well,
Fat God for the
true.
win.
Yeah. All that padding, it never gets to the vitals.
Yeah, I still think that's a horrible way to die.
When you say vitals, I say vittles, and I'm hungry.
Vittles? Yeah, well, we are. That all right, cool. 2012's Seven Psychopaths. This
2012.
This ended up 2012, right? Yeah. This ended on our list somehow. I'm not sure.
I put it on there because I'd seen it before.
Oh, okay. I had never seen this before, and had anyone else seen this before?
I had not.
No.
Oh, cool. So just Sam.
Just me.
All right.
Yeah. I figured it'd be a movie right up our alley.
Well, it was something like that. Yeah, it was definitely interesting and different. And in case you're wondering what in the world Seven Psychopaths is, hopefully Andrew is ready to tell you about them.
Yeah, read this straight out of IMDb. This is hilarious.
Okay. A struggling screenwriter inadvertently becomes entangled in the Los Angeles criminal underworld after his oddball friends kidnap a gangster's beloved Shih Tzu.
Nice. Can you do a walk-in impression, by the way? I can't remember.
No, I've tried. I'm terrible at it.
Okay.
Aww.
What about a Colin Farrell?
We don't.
No, Colin Farrell I could do.
Yeah. Yeah, his is, yeah. So.
Actually, mine's not really that Irish.
Right. That's okay. So there's actually one of the in one of the trivia here that in an interview with Peter Travers, the film critic for the Rolling Stone magazine, Christopher Walken talked about his character Hans, and as I'm reading the line, I'm doing it in Christopher Walken's voice, because even just reading it makes you can, like, I'm not gonna do his voice because I can't, but it's everybody in the film does want something. Hans wants to have a real nice life. You know, he has a troubled past. Difficult, you know, obviously. And then I think he's at the point in his life where everything's okay. And then, well, you know, his wife dies and things go, well, you know, they go south. Like, you can hear Walken actually saying that. It's kind of funny. So,
You know, these things, they go south.
Yeah.
They're bad.
Too bad.
Yeah, he's kind of got a little bit of Harry Carey. You got to throw a New York Harry Carey with intermittent
Harry Carey
sentences.
New York Harry Carey. All right, let's see.
Hey, Norm, if you were a hot dog, would you eat yourself? I know I would. I'd cover myself with chili and relish. I'd be delicious. Sorry.
Hi, Norm, if you're a hot dog, would you eat yourself?
You sound
I know I would.
You sound like
Chili and relish.
You sound like Jimmy Stewart instead of.
Sorry. Sorry, my Jimmy Stewart eye.
Yeah.
I don't want to kidnap the dog.
I don't want to go, Clarence.
Clarence.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway, this movie. So, Andrew, I guess you're up first to do the little bit where you do at the beginning of the show where you tell me the things about the stuff. You have to unmute yourself, sir.
I was about to say, preferably with a microphone that's not muted.
Oh.
Hey, guys.
Once my pants are on, I make gold.
Well, that's my walking impression.
Oh, you did great.
Yeah,
Well done.
I like to talk about pants when I do my walking impression.
Sure.
Okay, so
if you're
Seven Psychopaths. Yeah. Like I said, this is the first time watching this, and I'm glad that I watched it. I enjoyed it very much. Was kind of surprised, and it took me a while to kind of get into it. But once I did, I was hooked. And Sam Rockwell, a favorite of mine.
He's so good.
I like everything he does for the most part. There's a few.
Which one is he? I'm sorry.
He was
Billy.
Billy.
Billy?
Hey, it was Billy Bobcats.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christopher Walken, you know, I enjoy his movies only because he's the same character in every movie he's ever in.
Sorry, I'm giggling because I think Sam Rockwell wins our photo of the week on IMDb because he looks like someone took a picture of him and he didn't want them to, and he's kind of pissed. And that's his IMDb photo. You need to check it out. It's actually pretty great. I'm sorry, Andrew. He does. He's like, why are you taking my photo? Sorry.
Well, that's fine. No, the storyline, I thought, well, this is very odd, but I tried to stay with it, and I'm glad I did. And I thought Woody Harrelson did great in this, was very funny, and not a side of him that I get to see very often, other than like Kingpin, maybe. Excuse me, because I'm used to watching him in more serious things.
For God's sake, Cheers. Yeah.
Well, I never really watched Cheers.
Oh, was that before your time?
That was before my time, yeah.
So. Cheers was like just at the edge of my time, Sam.
Dude.
Like, I was more Frasier than Cheers.
Wow.
Yeah, even that's before me. But anyway, I enjoyed it. I liked it. I really thought we were going to have a hopping man for a little while, and we didn't. So I'm glad they covered that and cleared it up.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Corny. You getting your guitar ready?
I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. Was this one of your 5 a.m. showings?
Yes, it was.
Viewings, I mean.
Yes.
Nice.
So for those of you playing at home, I've decided that 5 a.m. is the best time for me to watch any movie. So I've been doing it for the last couple, and
sounds terrible.
It really makes for a long day, especially when it's on the day of
the podcast.
Right.
Good Lord.
So with that being said, going into work, I was a little off.
More than usual, yeah.
When you watch what happens there, it's quite impressive. What I really like about this movie is that you get fourth wall breaking without actual fourth wall breaking.
Right.
And I like the fact they're building the movie as they go along. And I think we've kind of seen this before. Well, maybe not before. But I think we've seen elements of this in other movies, and I can't call to mind what those movies are. But I'd always like the idea of no, you got to do this, and you got to have this final battle, and these things will happen, and obviously foreshadowing of things to come in the movie, and they get a laugh out of that. But
whose dog is that? Is that Molly?
That's stupid Molly.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Oh, thank you, Kimberly.
Why can't your dog be like the dog in the movie?
Right.
I know, nice and quiet, and doesn't care if a flare gun is upside its head.
Or a bunch of people get shot or explosion. There's.
I laughed out loud at the scene where they're trying to get the dog to shake hands or paw,
right?
Because I spent a month teaching my dog that. And sometimes I still say paw, and she'll stare at me. And
right.
Sit there.
I have to admit, the moment that I saw that little moment, I wanted to. I've had this itch to play.
Rudy, I shot a guy with a flare gun. Cool.
Okay. So I've been wanting to play that for like 4 hours.
Well, Sean, they did. He was pretty upset when they took the dog.
Oh, no kidding! No kidding, man. They were really pissed.
Real high about that. I mean,
and I'm
it's probably my favorite scene.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh, don't tell me you've lost it.
Keep talking. Just
did you cap that?
Corny, do your thing, and I'll talk later. I'll find it. I can't find it.
Sean, we expect very little of you in the show.
Oh wait, okay, here we go. Okay, so yeah, Woody Harrelson got really upset, and then while he was trying to fix his gun, he said,
"If you kill my dog, I swear to God, I'll get really mad."
Oh man, it's been so long since that's actually been appropriate.
It's always appropriate. You just don't like it.
So anyway,
Corny has a point.
Oh, what was his point? I couldn't hear him.
What was my point?
It's always appropriate. You just never let us.
Oh well, no, this one was actually appropriate.
Joe Pesci, because I'm not sure if you guys said it last week.
We did.
I think I got it in there somehow.
Yeah, one of the guys did. Wasn't.
Yeah, you did.
No, we were telling. No, it was recasting, and we said the Johnny Depp character should be Joe
Pesci.
Johnny
Depp would be Joe Pesci. Because then we made the joke like, "Hey, come sit in my chair, huh? You want to come sit in my chair? How about a shave? How about a shave?
We'll shave.
Whatever. All right, whatever. All right. God, no shave. Fine."
That's perfect.
Yeah, but no, I really like this movie and just how it's set up. It's super weird. So it's kind of one of those. I liked it on the first viewing, but I think it might be too weird to watch again. And so I might not watch it, not because I don't like it, it's just because it's weird. But that's anyway. But yeah, good movie.
All right, Sam.
This is obviously my second time seeing this movie. I really enjoy it. I enjoyed it the first time, and I actually enjoyed it the second time, mainly because I'm kind of with you, Corny. It's been a long time since I've seen this thing, and I think the distance between the viewings has helped because it made me forget some of what was happening. If there was, we've seen, oh crap, Crazy Pants guy,
Christopher Walken.
We've seen Walken in another perfect role for him when we saw the Rock movie. What was that? The Rundown.
The Rundown.
Oh, The Rundown.
Oh,
with
yeah.
The Rock.
Right. And I think this is another perfect little role for him. He is a perfect psychopath. He really, really is. And I still about fall out of my chair laughing when, at the very end is, all right, put up your arms.
No.
Oh yeah, that whole bit.
But
Yeah,
I've got a gun. I don't care.
yeah, that part that may or may not come back later in the episode.
So there's just such great little moments like this in movies. The writing in this movie is so well done, and just clever. And I really like that about this thing. I'm trying to think of, negatives to this thing. It does kind of go willy-nilly everywhere. You have to watch this pretty intently to keep up with it. It's one of those types of movies. My productivity in the office maybe suffered because of that today. But it's a fun little gig, and every twist and turn, you never expect some of these psychopathic things to happen. The girl getting shot in the belly, and even the freaking opening scene where the mafia guys get shot in the head.
Yeah.
It's just kind of out of nowhere, and that just cracks me up. It's a little scary that this type of violence and the nuts in this movie really kind of entertain me, but I really enjoy it. How about you, Sean? What do you think?
It doesn't matter. I'm just go.
As soon as you started talking about the rundown, I wanted to look for little clips like
What?
and things like
Cornelius?
yeah. So anyway,
It's like I was expecting that.
yeah, I would play Declan's whole speech, but it's a little long-winded.
Yeah, long.
Hold on, you've gone too far.
Yeah, from the word of God. Anyway, I love his part. I'm going to be real honest. I'm not sure if I like the movie or not yet. And maybe after the journey tonight, I will have made a decision, because the movie is so different than anything that I'm used to watching, and maybe even we're used to. It reminded me of another movie, but I can't remember what that other movie was that it reminded me of. And I'll think of it later.
Too.
But like there was something else. I had this feeling like why do I feel like I've not seen this movie before, but I've seen this kind of movie where we kind of get these intersecting stories, and everyone's kind of like
crazy?
everything seems not just crazy, but like no one is giving like these grand speeches. Like everything is written the way I feel like just normal dialogue happens.
Yeah.
Like when at the beginning, the clip I played when he's talking about, he would just go hide behind a bush. Like that's something that someone would just say, it just seemed like, not I'm saying like all the dialogue was ad-libbed. I don't think that's true, because I think the dialogue was too good for that. Not that I don't think that Rockwell or Walken could ad-lib some of the stuff. And Walken probably ad-libbed I would bet a third of his bit. I mean, like the whole bit when he talks about, I don't even want to use the FAG word because I don't know if I have to bleep it or not. But when he says it,
well, I would just.
Yeah, when he says it and he says, I don't think they like being called that. Like I don't think that's not in the script, right? You think he's just making that up, And so, so there's a lot to really enjoy about the movie, but there's a lot of times where I'm kind of scratching my head, going, how are we going to get here? Where are we going? What's the point? Like I didn't get a rubber feel. I never felt like anything like that where they literally do break the fourth wall. I never felt anything like that. But it was, when this movie came out in 2012, and I remember seeing the previews, it looked kind of like a dark comedy. Mm-hmm. And there's moments in the movie that it is that, and then there's other moments where it's not. But like the idea that Rockwell is our hero, and all he wants really ultimately is to have his final moments on this earth to be like a cool action movie. And like that's the way he wants to go, and there's something kind of almost endearing in that notion that that's not how my movie ends, So while holding a flare gun to a dog. And Woody Harrelson with that crappy gun, and just can you start over to 5? Fine. 5. You know, I mean, like it was just kind of funny in that notion. So anyway, I guess I'm done with that. Intro.
So, but you're right though. It's choppy, but it's a good choppy. There are so many different, I don't know, different avenues that the movie takes.
Yeah,
maybe is a good word for it. You know, even so much as, you know, you find out that they're stealing dogs, right? Or they're kidnapping dogs, and then he's holding them for ransom or whatever.
Which is totally just random, just a weird thing to do.
Yeah, but then you're like, oh, well, that makes sense. That's how he's making money. And then somehow he grabs the wrong dog, or Billy grabs the wrong dog.
Or did he?
First time he tries this game. Or this scheme.
But again, I don't think he did it on an accident. I think he did it on purpose.
Well,
to set this whole thing up.
Yeah, because he's banging the girl, so he's seen the dog.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I think that was the point. Is that he found out this girl was with this because he knew what he did. Right? He's talking about her douchebag boyfriend, her gangster boyfriend, or whatever.
Yeah,
and like so he knows what he is. So he's kind of playing the role of the other psycho with the bunny. You know what I'm saying? Who he feels like it's his role to kill these bad guys. He's the Punisher. You know? So would he count as a psycho?
By the way, he's pretty darn good with a gun. With a handgun.
No kidding, man. One shot from a rocks and he hit a moving car and killed the driver. I mean,
yeah.
That's actually super impressive. Not gonna lie.
Like it's like every other movie where you have that one guy who's like really obsessed with guns, and you're like, okay, and then he gets his moment to shine. You're like, holy crap! Like it reminds me of like Hightower and not Hightower, but Tackleberry and Police Academy.
Yeah. Right. So
I saw a cat once.
You're good. No, you're good. So I pulled up a new tab because I was going to search for something, and then
good soda.
I got distracted by the fact that the headline was that an NFL team has hired a female assistant coach.
Okay,
and I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool, but it just caught me off guard. So good for, I guess, the 49ers that did it. I didn't read the article. I just saw she was in that color red clothing. Sorry. I can't even think right now. Crap. Show notes.
She was wearing red.
I did like so.
Psychopath number 1 was wearing red. You know, it fits.
So technically, the movie's wrong, right? It's not 7 psychopaths. It's actually 6.
6. Yep.
Yeah. So that's kind of funny.
Well, I mean, if he has like a split personality,
well,
I figured the writer counts as 7.
But
that's true.
But the movie even tells you.
Buddhist.
Well, the movie even tells you 1 and 7.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So,
actually, I'll check on that. Keep going.
No, it does. I mean, because once he shoots Olga, what's her real name? The pretty girl he was sort of banging. It's like
he was trying.
Yeah, he shoots her, right, and then it says psychopath number 7 and 1 because he shows him pulling out the Jack of Diamonds. Now, I've watched too much Criminal Minds, and I assume that some of the technobabble that they talk about is true. So when
Criminal Minds,
yeah, a lot of the psychoanalytical stuff is fairly true. So as he's trying to bang her and he's having a hard time performing, once he shoots
I don't think
her,
you can call that a hard time.
Right, okay. He was having a difficult time. Once again with the penis jokes. As soon as he shoots her, and I wasn't really all that surprised that he did, honestly, because I thought he's too normal. He's got to be 1. That I thought, I wonder if it's because in that show they talk about how psychopaths have a hard time being intimate with women without the act of the violence. They need the violence to do the thing. So I thought, is that his problem? Is he's impotent because he needs the thrill of the kill? I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it, and it was just a funny thing to have him throw a condom over his shoulder. I don't know. Or get to say the words chlamydia like 3 times. So
Or VD.
Or VD, yeah. So
if you say it 3 times, does
it appears?
Let's not get that.
I was going to say some terrible person shows up, but I can't think of anybody that won't offend someone, so I won't do it.
So I think Andrew, you said that, or someone said, they kind of agreed with me that they felt like they were watching another movie that we've already seen before.
Yeah, I've been searching for the past 15 minutes trying to figure out what this.
So am I, and so I'm trying to let the internet help me, right? Because you know how sometimes you click on IMDb and then you click on the movie and it'll say, for those people that like this movie also liked this movie, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's not happening for some reason on IMDb right now, so it's kind of pissing me off.
Well, it's happening for me, but none of these movies are similar to what I feel like this is.
They're not helping you out. So then I go to Amazon.com where we watched it. We had to watch this on Amazon, and I click on customers who watched this, and the first one is How to Be a Serial Killer. Fine, but then we get to stuff like,
Geely,
Scout's Guide for the Zombie Apocalypse. Okay, that sounds silly. Or Zoolander 2, or The Love Guru. Like
what?
What?
Yeah. I'm finding things like, Last Action Hero.
Weird.
Go home, Google. You're drunk.
I know. Kidding.
Would it be like? Did you guys ever see Kiss Kiss Bang Bang?
No.
That would remind me a little bit of this one.
Similar, but not.
I don't know. Now it did recommend American Ultra, which is streaming, and I kind of wanted to watch that. And someone that I know watched it, liked it. They said it was really funny.
Is that
I watched it, and funny is not the term I would give.
Oh,
it
no?
was really weird.
Like weird for this podcast? Weird? Like
No. Definitely. I mean, definitely something we should. I think we should watch it. It's very interesting to watch Michael Cera, not as Scott Pilgrim, fighting people.
Is he in that movie?
American Ultra? Oh yeah.
I thought it was just Jesse
never heard of this
Eisenberg.
movie. What is it?
Jesse Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart star in this.
It's Jesse Eisenberg, not.
Yeah.
I was confused those two. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they star in an explosive action adventure about a small town slacker who discovers he's a sleeper agent targeted by the CIA. So, like, he's like this stoner dude living with Kristen Stewart, who's this stoner chick, and they work at like a Walmart or some place like that. And then, like, this woman comes in and like says a couple code words and activates him. And then these bad guys show up and he kills them with like his spoon or something, because it'll hurt more, you twit. And like that's all. And I remember seeing it, and I think JP, my brother-in-law, saw it, and he really liked it. So once I saw that it was streaming, I added it to the list. So
okay,
it's on the list.
But yeah, the poop hits the fan at some point in the movie. You're like, I did not see that happening.
No need.
So anyway, yeah. I wouldn't mind watching that again.
Oh, cool. Anyway,
sorry, Jesse Eisenberg. I confused with Michael Cera, and I think that's actually fair.
So Lex Luthor, Michael Cera?
No, Jesse Eisenberg was Lex Luthor.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
so that would mean Michael Cera should be.
Could you see Michael Cera as Lex Luthor? I mean, his affectation was weird, but Sarah's just like this whole, oh, hey, Superman, you want to go like eat some kryptonite or something? Yeah.
or whatever.
Hey, Superman, you know what sucks?
That was a pretty good Michael Cera impression.
I ain't even mad. That's
Yep. Sean, you got to keep up those.
Yeah, So we've discovered that I can do Michael Cera and Nicolas Cage. All right.
Oh, and German pigs.
Oh, it's been a while. Because that movie was actually on last week, and I did the pigs in a blanket bit, and I didn't feel like I have it anymore. So I need to practice it some more. Some pigs in a blanket, yeah. I mean, I think I need to work on it a little bit.
It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, I just need to not fall off when I do it.
Or sorry, excuse me. It's like riding a Reich.
Oh, picked from the day's headlines. Nazis are awful. Okay,
Yes,
there we
they
go.
So, yeah.
Oh, someone please walk my dog.
Well, Billy will come over and take it and then buy it or sell it back to you for $500.
Hey, that'll work.
Or you'll give them $500. Never mind.
Who puts that kind of reward on a dog?
Rich people in
rich people
Hollywood.
in L.A.
Yes.
Yeah,
Must be, standard of living over there is higher, I guess.
Wasn't that Heather Graham too? By the way,
Was it?
it looked like Heather Graham, and I thought, oh, is she going to be in this movie? The blonde looking for the dog. I'm looking through the credits.
I don't think that was her.
I don't think so. No.
Okay, yeah, I don't see her.
In 2012, I think she could lose higher billing.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
that's
it's Helena
That's a hotness that you
Madsen.
can't really mistake.
Helena Madsen. She was just known as Hot Girl. She played Rebecca in Iron Man 2. I don't know who that is. I don't remember Rebecca.
One of Tony's hotties.
And she was in Surrogates as JJ the Blonde. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, good for her. Yeah, for a second I was like, wait, is that? No, I guess not. And good for her. Red guy in a hockey mask, and they didn't see him. I thought that was pretty funny. Oh, so you guys, we did Pulp Fiction for this podcast, and I made a little gripe about how I didn't find the conversation about the Royale with cheese interesting. And I understand the point is like that these two hardened killers who are about to go do a horrible thing are having this conversation about a very normal thing, and that's what kind of makes it funny, the contrast. And it's the exact same thing in this scene where these two guys are talking about whatever and being weird, and then coldly talking about the murder of someone we don't know who. We never find out, and then hang in there. They worked for Woody Harrelson, so did Woody Harrelson pay them to kill his girlfriend? Is that what I'm supposed to get from that?
Maybe.
Okay. Because they said when you kill my girlfriend or whatever, make sure you shoot her eyes out or whatever. But
Yeah.
But then he got mad that she died later, so I'm confused.
It's just like any other leader or not leader, boss, crime boss. It's his stuff.
Women are indispensable.
Indispensable?
Or not indispensable, dispensable.
Okay.
Disposable,
I think is probably the right word, Sam.
Yeah.
Dispensable means they come from a vending machine.
This is one of these movies that if I were to watch it a second time, I'd probably pick up a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think I missed some stuff.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
Some intricacies.
And I'll get some of the dialogue better, and then now that I know that the Quaker is actually the story about Christopher Walken, maybe that story has more meaning.
But at the same time, though, I don't feel like. I mean, I feel like if it's a good movie, you shouldn't have to watch it more than once. You know what I mean? If it tells the story the way that it's supposed to.
I don't know.
Did it tell this? Did it tell the story by the end?
I think it did.
I don't know. I feel like I missed stuff though.
I feel like I could use clarity.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, Andrew. I think that because I'll be honest with you, Shawshank Redemption was fantastic the first time. And I watched it again, and then things made more sense. And then you watch it the third time, and you're like, oh, that's one of the reasons why I like watching movies over and over again. Is because sometimes you get to see things you didn't the first 3 times.
Right, and I get that. But if you're really trying to make a quality film, and somebody in your audience may only see it one time,
yeah,
don't you want it to be? I mean, everything needs to be 100% clear.
Well, I think that's what
leaving them hanging, having cliffhangers. That's different. But
I agree. I think I agree with Andrew here.
Yeah,
because the best movies are the ones where you know what's going on, you enjoy it, like Shawshank, and you could still go back and watch and pick up the little things that maybe you didn't see the first time around and enjoy it that much more.
No, yeah, I'm 100% with you there. My point was I'm taking what you're saying and adding on to it. Is that I think you're right. And if a movie truly nails it, like it's hard to compare this movie to the movie I'm going to compare it to, but Die Hard. You know, from once the movie's over, you know everything that happened in that movie, but you watch it again because you want to see some of the other little things behind it. So anyway, no, I'm with you there, Andrew. I do think that we would have been. I kind of feel like I need to watch it again. I don't know if I want to watch it anytime soon. But
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
The director who did this has only done really two other films. No, one other film. Something called In Bruges.
Oh, isn't that Oscar grab? Like Oscar bait type
Guilt
of
stricken
film?
after a job gone wrong, Hitman Ray and his partner await orders from their ruthless boss in Bruges, Belgium, the last place in the world Ray wants to be. And Ray is Colin Farrell. And Ray Fiennes and Brendan Gleeson. Cool.
Wasn't he the Encino Man?
That's Brendan Fraser.
Okay.
Brendan Gleeson, you know who he
There's
is.
that Sam I know and love.
Brendan Gleeson is he was in Braveheart. He was in Gangs of New York. He was Mad Eye Moody.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
now
that's him. Yeah, you know who he is.
Yeah.
I was looking at him on one of his pictures. One of his top pictures on IMDb is for Into the Sea, Into the Heart of the Sea, which I really liked. I liked that movie, the Moby Dick movie. It was good.
Yeah, I liked it too.
I think it didn't get as well as it should have. It wasn't reviewed as well as it, I think, deserved.
I actually read the book that it's based on.
Cool.
Well, it's a true story, first of all.
Yeah.
But, it's crazy tale.
Yeah. And President Lincoln was the captain of the boat. Anyway, the guy that played Abraham Lincoln in Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter was the captain of the boat in the movie. Sorry, weird segue. My point is that Sam Rockwell was great. No, do they release people? Do prisons release people at night? And are there jails in the middle of the city? And I spelled city CITYS. That seemed like right there, like middle of downtown, whatever. That seems strange, but whatever, it's fine. Anybody else I will say this, I got a little taken out of the movie when Precious showed up. That was weird, right?
But this was before she was Precious, though, right?
Oh, was it?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Let's see. She's known for Precious, which was 2009. So this was 3 years after.
So it's 3 years after
that movie. And she's known for 4 things: Precious, Seven Psychopaths, Tower Heist, and Empire. I mean, she was only in this movie for 4 minutes, and she almost got shot. Well, she did get shot.
Did she?
Yeah, he shot her in the end.
Shot the wall. He shot the wall.
No, you're right. He did shoot the wall, and he told her to go home. That's right.
Yeah. I'm kidding.
After he had to dink around with that stupid gun for a while.
Boss, maybe you should get another one.
Yeah.
I like the way the handle feels.
With his gun.
My gosh. Maybe there's like a what's the word I'm looking for? Not impotence joke happening throughout the movie. Like Rockwell can't get it up. He has gun issues. Woody Harrelson. Colin Farrell is drunk, so he can't make it with his girl. Even the Vietnamese guy can't finish the deal with the hooker.
That's true. That happened quite a few times.
Yeah, it's kind of a strange theme in the movie.
Yeah.
It's kind of a strange movie, so yeah.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
excuse me.
Anyway, one of the psychos was known as in Thor: The Dark Wall as Asylum Patient. No, okay.
Oh.
Okay. And the dog actually was named Bonnie. I think that's actually kind of funny. Not gonna lie.
I've heard that's a thing. Like you usually name the animal what its name is, because
Yeah, sometimes, and sometimes, whatever.
This protects its identity. The name of this animal's been changed.
Oh, sure. To protect its identity. I like the idea of that. I'm out of script, basically.
Well, let me ask you.
Oh, I love the ironic no shooting sign out in the desert. That was kind of funny, too.
His not subordinates, but his minions, Woody Harrelson's minions. Did I read this right? Well, no, the second time I watched it, basically the guy was just tired at the end. It's like, no, I'm out. He wasn't.
To me, it was basically like, I'm not dying for your dog, kind of a thing. Mm-hmm. That's the way I kind of felt like. Like, he already shot. Christopher Walken. Sorry. My daughter just made a really loud noise through the wall.
Walking on sunshine.
We already made that joke, so it can't be the name of the episode.
Don't feel good. Dun, 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 dun.
Sure.
No, sorry. This awkward pause is brought to you by Daphne. Will she continue to cry?
It's better than hearing the dog.
Find out on Dragon Ball Z.
Okay. I guess she's done. All right. So, just two little cries and then she's done. Okay. I completely forgot what you said, Sam. So,
I don't.
I also thought it was weird that Christopher Walken's dead lying in the street, which I felt bad for. It's just a dumb way to die. But anyway, he's in the street, and then
he's walking, he's lying, he's doing all these things.
And then Colin Farrell just walks up and says, "Oh, he's my friend." And the cop's like, "No, go ahead. Oh, that evidence you're going to take off his body? That's fine. Don't worry about it."
You talk about impotent cops or impotency. The cops in this whole thing were
they're awful,
horrendous.
Yeah, bad police, but whatever, it's fine.
Bad police. What you gonna do?
And like, if he set fire to his neighbor's flag, wouldn't his neighbor just replace the flag? Or it just seems strange.
This is America. We don't do that here.
And then the other thing that actually, the only thing that kind of bothered me, and maybe there's a scene in the movie that got cut. I don't know. I couldn't find it in the trivia. Is that the guy that shot Walken called him the Quaker? How would he know that? Why would he call him a Quaker? He said it twice.
Did he?
Yeah.
When he showed up, when he first showed up, he's like, "Where are your friends, Quaker?" or something like that. I should have captured the audio. And then when he showed up later, when they found Colin Farrell, when Colin Farrell was driving, he's like, "I had to kill your buddy, the Quaker." I'm like, why would you call him that? You don't know that story. That seems strange. So
maybe he does. Maybe it's a known story around town.
I mean, maybe. And when Woody Harrelson saw when he took off his cravat, he maybe made that connection. I don't know. It just seems strange that he would call him that, and he would have no reason to call him that. But whatever, it's fine. Like I said, maybe there was a deleted scene that explained it, and we just don't know what it is. And that's it. That's all my notes. Maybe clips. I don't really have very many. Frankly, because I don't. But here we go. Clippy clips. Clip number 1 is, what is it? I don't know what it is. It's this.
What's the matter with you, Tommy? Nothing's the matter with me. You nervous because we're killing a chick? Yeah, look at me. I'm shaking. I got the chick killing shakes.
That was kind of funny, actually. I got to capture when they say the name of the movie.
So, how's the Seven Psychopaths coming along, Marty? Slow. I got the title,
It's weird hearing him with an
got
Irish
the title?
accent. Yeah.
I know weird to hear the Irish accent.
I know, and I'm used to. I mean, I heard it. He did it in the Daredevil movie, but every other time I see him, he's.
Oh, that's right. He was Bullseye.
Yeah, in that awful,
Sadly.
awful movie. I'm
still doing it. I like it.
What?
I like it.
I
kind of like that Daredevil.
You like it, I think, for almost nostalgia reasons.
I think it was the first.
Because it was
as it was the first attempt at that superhero on screen. I appreciated it.
Now, I've never seen, and I've been told it's actually a little bit better, the rated R version. There's an unedited rated R version that makes it a little bit better, but there's still a lot of bad in that movie. Like, would he really take the time to pour gasoline on the ground and a DED just in case somebody walked by with an open match and flung it at it or whatever,
Well, would Batman take the time?
No, he
Batman
wouldn't.
Returns to make a bat signal in a building.
He would not do that. Hey, what's a good way to get their attention? I know. I'll light a whole building on fire. What?
No.
It's so dumb. That movie's terrible. The third one. We're all talking about the third movie.
Third one.
The third Batman. I don't know what Christopher Nolan was doing. Was he drunk that whole movie?
I don't think he wanted to make it in the first place.
He might not
it
have
was thrown together.
I mean, it might have been one of those hey, Batman, Batman Begins was really great. We want you to make 2 more. And he's like, oh,
I think what
they only have
wanted
good
was
ideas for one.
comic booky, and they took it too far.
I think they just, I don't know, because there's nothing like the rest of the movies though aren't comic booky like that. And then all of a sudden we have to have he's all of a sudden magic that he can fly across the world without having any money. And I don't want to get into why that movie's bad. Anyway, that movie just made me mad. Anyway, it's fine. This is the last one. The third one. Here we go. Something about serial killer.
Well, the idea that we go around the country killing people who go around the country killing people. Like serial killer killing. I guess that's what you call it nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting about him?
What's that?
Tom waits for no man.
Say that again?
What? Yeah, your internet glitched out. What'd you say?
Oh, I said Tom waits for no man.
Oh. Okay. Slow clap.
You got the slow clap. Love it.
Dad joke, sorry.
No, hey, we love ourselves some dad jokes on this show. In case you don't get the joke,
he used to.
His name is
young,
Tom Waits.
though,
Sorry.
He would ride on someone's shoulders, and they would say, as he got down, "I feel like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders."
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Couldn't resist.
No.
Wait. Okay, go ahead.
You good? You sure you're done?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, sure.
Apparently, Little Drop of Poison is played a lot in movies. Anyway.
Little drop of poison.
Yep, that's exactly the song. He's done a whole lot. That song has been in a lot of stuff. My gosh, because every time it's in a song, he gets soundtrack credit for the movie or the show. But an actor, he's in such things as this, and I did like him in Book of Eli. I thought he was kind of cool in that.
Oh, he played the book, right?
No, he was the book. He was the convenience store guy who's like, he pulls a shotgun on Denzel, and then he takes it from him and then gives it back to him and says, you got any money? And he pulls out like those little wet naps that you get at like buffalo wing places and things like that. That's that guy. Anyway, he's been around. Good for him. Tom Waits. There you go. For no man.
Cool.
I'm sure that joke has never happened to him ever. Ever. And the last one is the one you guys mentioned earlier.
Put your hands up. No.
What?
I said no.
Why not?
I don't want to.
But I've got a gun.
I don't care.
Doesn't make any sense.
Too bad.
I remember that scene from the trailer, and I thought, yeah, I kind of want to see this. So anyway, there we go. That's it. That's our clips. Yeah. The only trope that I wrote was writer has block. So
what'd you call him?
Writer.
I was actually thinking, it's once you go block, it's
oh yeah.
You never go block.
Oh man.
This is what you miss, folks, when I'm gone for a week.
That's right. It's fine. No, that's okay. We
I have
had
nothing to contribute to the actual podcast other than
I thought my dad jokes were bad.
dad jokes and random guitar riffs and. No, we had fun with Chad. It was cool seeing Chad again. May he now rest in peace again.
And his
put him back in the grave.
Did Chad get a halo and come back for the tournament?
Yeah. He ran from the graveyard back to his body at the podcast, and then now he'll have to do it all over again for the next movie, which he's like, oh, I want to come back and do Amadeus because it was on the list, and then we found out that Amadeus isn't streaming anymore. So Chad's going to be away for a while.
He went back to the ether.
Yeah, back to the ether he went. So, okay. Trivia. Oh, wait, I have a thing for that.
Trivia.
And now for some more bad news. Ready?
I only put down 2 because it really wasn't a whole lot worth trivia. The original script revolved heavily on the Shih Tzu getting shot in the final standoff of the film. The film boards insisted that they shouldn't show animal cruelty, and the script was changed. Billy also refers to this in the graveyard scene when he says, quote, his rabbit gets away because you can't let animals die in a movie, just the women, end quote.
Oh, so, yeah, as soon as he said that, I was like, that dog's going to survive.
Right. Oh, yeah, you knew it was going to survive. I mean, that's rough business, killing little cute animals, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that only happens in those movies like Me, Myself, and Irene, and what was that the one where they shot the cow over and over?
Yes, they freaking driving by and shot at the cow with a machine gun. Yeah, that's actually when I turned the movie off on that movie. Seriously, it was on TBS and that happened. I was like, done.
Brother, Where Art Thou?
No, they didn't do that. No, they did do that. They did shoot cows in that movie. No, I kept watching that movie. Because, the guy was like, I hate coppers much as I hate cows. He shoots the cow. So stupid. Oh, my gosh, that's so stupid. The Zodiac psychopath, the hippie with the rabbits, which in quotations, or in parentheses, that the serial killers take out is a real-life serial killer who was active in California in the 1970s. He was never caught, but sent a series of letters to police that included his signature, the crosshairs symbol, visible all over his house in Seven Psychopaths. Thus, the avenging killers have managed to solve a famous mystery, the identity and location of Zodiac, that has stumped the police for 40 years. So I thought that was kind of a neat little retcon there. That's all the trivia I wrote down. So there you go.
Oh, wait. I have some trivia as well.
Oh, okay, please.
I met Miss America on Sunday.
What?
Right, there was no way to really interject that. But
wait, what? You met Miss America?
Yeah. She legitimately stopped by the college and she had a little event and I quote unquote ran sound for it.
Did you run into her?
No, because I pay attention to where I go.
Okay. Asshole.
Sam, that was a good setup. Thank you very much.
Thank you. No. You're very welcome. Anytime.
What I did was hang out creepily behind some curtains.
No, you didn't. Don't say that.
I have no shame in my game. I knew because I was the largest dude in the room usually, and she's very petite.
Oh, they usually are.
Yeah. So it was again. So there's probably pictures of this event where you just see two beady eyes hanging out from behind a curtain.
That's funny.
We're very strange.
It was probably a really tiny curtain too, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
So it was just It
wasn't even like
a holding a little small piece of fabric in front of your face. You can't see me.
You'll never see me if I stay here and be quiet.
That's funny. That's okay. I'm not telling that story.
Can I smell your hair? What? I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you could just do like that guy did to Taylor Swift and just grab her ass in a photo shoot and then she'll sue you for $1.
I live in Shelby. I would never see the light of day again.
No, that's actually, you're not that wrong. I actually Googled the Miss America visits Shelby. Here we go.
Go blind.
Stop it. Apparently, he keeps sending me to stuff like Miss Shelby and Miss Shelby's Outstanding Teens.
Yeah. Don't do that.
It's a Facebook page, so it's nothing.
No, definitely get on a list for that. Buddy.
No, it's Facebook. It's fine, but still. Miss America meet and greet Shelby Sunday, August 13th.
Yep. Yeah. Sure.
Events. Okay. Yeah. Apparently, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, there's this funny. It says City Shelby at Cleveland County Community College, County, Richland, Ohio. So they're a little off on part of it. Wow, she's a lovely creature.
I know, right?
Seating is limited. Well, that was cool. Oh, very cool, man.
Interesting.
It's always fun to.
I'll be honest with you. The seating was not that limited.
No.
No one showed up.
Oh,
it's really sad.
It's sad.
She's real cute.
I'm sure, Sean, you deal with that where you work. Is they have this big lead up to somebody famous-ish is coming, and then nobody comes to the event.
Well, not at Clemson. I mean, like, even when we had that bananas dude, Milo Yiannopoulos, in our building, he drew a 400 people crowd at a building for 600. So, I mean, it was, that's pretty full. We actually have, and I literally can't tell you over the podcast because I'll get in trouble, but we have someone coming that will sell out because of who they are. And once they make the announcement, I can tell you who it is. But
yeah.
So no, like Clemson's a little bit different because again, there's no one else. There's nothing else here. Like if an attraction comes, people show up because otherwise you got to drive 40 minutes to Greenville to the city, as they refer to it down here. It kills me.
Really?
Oh yeah, they refer to Greenville as the city.
Is considered a city.
No, it's
like
not. No,
city.
Sam. It's considered the city. Like.
Oh, it's hilarious.
Dude, it's hysterical. So here I am like, oh, Greenville is the city, right? Like, it wouldn't even rank top 12, no, top 10 in North Carolina.
Maybe a little bigger than Hickory?
It's the size of High Point.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
So, anyway, to any of my South Carolina friends who listen to the show, not making fun of Greenville, it's a lovely city. It's not the city. It's a lovely city, though. They have a really pretty park downtown, which I've been to. It's fabulous.
They got peaches.
And they do have peaches. And they have they repainted the big peach butt on I-85, the water tower in Gaffney, which stars on the show House of Cards.
Yes, it does.
So
going to the Greenville, gonna
get me a lot of peaches.
The Peachoid, I think, is what they called it.
Really? Is that what they called it? Peachoid?
In
House of Cards?
Yeah.
I never watched that show, but I believe you.
Oh, you should.
I should. I want to.
First season especially is
there's a lot of TV out there that I just don't get to watch because my time is either doing the podcast movie or, when my wife wants to watch like something like Kong Skull Island, which is what we watched the other night, which was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie. It was a lot of fun. So anyway, or playing Battlefield 1. That's my other time thingy. Here we go. This.
Excuse me while I whip this out.
Top 3. We decided to do psychos in movies, and I only have 2. So hopefully one of you guys will say something that will spurn an idea. Oh, I just got a good idea. Okay.
Easy there, Trigger.
Yeah, sorry. Andrew.
Okay. I'll start with number 3. As we do.
Typically.
The Dark Knight. Heath Ledger as the Joker.
Oh, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Is he psycho?
You mean the real hero of the movie?
Is he psycho or a sociopath or both? I guess you can be both, right?
I guess you could, yeah.
Is a psychopath is there levels to being a psychopath?
There's degrees, I guess, right? I mean, like...
That's what my psychologist tells me.
Like you're a 9th degree black belt in psycho? Yeah, I think that's a thing.
That's what my therapist does.
I'll allow it. I've got the degree. I can.
You actually do have the psych degree, so.
Yeah.
Well, you should know this then. Why are you asking questions?
I didn't pay attention in that class.
That class? You mean that major in that degree?
Come on, it was my first major. We all know your first major is always the throwaway major.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Says with the rest of with there being only okay, hang in there. Sam has 3 degrees. The rest of us have 3 combined. So
technically, I'm 3.5.
3.5. You still working on?
No, they made me go back and get my economics graduate school hours. So.
Okay. What do you mean? Actually, Corny, are you about to say? Actually, you have something.
I am like 2 classes short, 2 or 3 classes short of a psych minor.
I mean,
very cool. Very cool.
I mean, I'll never go and get it. Let's just be honest here.
You couldn't pay me to do that because the only reason why I took psychology in college is because my major required me to. Why music industry made me take psych, I don't know, but it did.
It's a fun class. It's a fun major. It's interesting.
Oh, I'm sure it is, but I was just bad at it. Sorry, Andrew. Please continue.
No, it's fine. So that was number 3, The Dark Knight. Number 2, No Country for Old Men.
Ooh, Javier Bardem.
Javier Bardem, yes.
Oh my gosh.
With the shotgun with the silencer. So crazy.
Yeah. And then number 1, Mr. Blonde in the movie Reservoir Dogs.
Yeah.
Good choices, man.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yep. All right, right on. Corny.
All right, so we're going to have a little bit of debate with mine, I think. But
no, that's fine.
That's okay. Sam's a master debater.
So my number 3, actually, we'll do honorable mention real quick to Bullseye.
Sorry.
Also played by Colin Farrell in Daredevil.
Okay.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Number 3 is The Punisher.
Yes.
Ooh, no, that's definitely Psychopath. Yep.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
no kidding.
My number 2, Batman. And I'll explain that shortly. And then my number 1, Deadpool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think that works.
I could agree with you on that.
Yeah, I have no problems with any of those, actually.
Oh, sweet. Never mind then.
Yeah, I mean, like, Batman kind of really is that. I mean, he wants to beat the hell out of people because he's pissed off at the world.
Yeah.
But according to the definition that I have of a psychopath, it is a person suffering from chronic mental disorder with abnormal or violent social behavior.
Mm-hmm.
The need to dress up as a bat as your real personality, I think, covers for that. And abnormal behavior is, hanging upside down and beating people up.
Right. I mean, anyone that dresses up like a bat clearly has mental issues.
Well, I mean,
he says that in the movie.
Let's not just group them all together, Sean. Come on.
Sorry. Didn't mean to stare. I know we don't like labels on this show. But.
Did you just gender his bat? I
don't know. Sam.
All right. Wait, is it my turn?
You're after Corny.
Okay. I have got in my number 3 spot, I've got Jane from Serenity.
Oh, Jane. That's such a good one.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, it's such a good one. One of my favorite Jane moments is when he's threatening that marshal, and then the marshal gives him up. He's like, man, I was going to get me an ear. Sorry. I love that bit.
And then my number 2 aren't my next 2 aren't as I guess smart, but of course you got to have Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
And my number 1 is actually one that I learned through this podcast.
It's a velociraptor.
It's the guy from Nightcrawler.
Banff. Yeah, no, that's actually a really good one. Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually really good.
Oh, yeah, he does go full on psychopath at the end.
Yeah, he really does.
Good.
I feel so bad for his intern. I still feel bad for him. Those are good. Those are kind of better than mine. Just to be honest, all of yours are better than 2 of mine. Just gonna be real honest, because the only one that I'm actually kind of proud of is you're gonna roll your eyes at. I don't care. So my number 3 was American Psycho with Christian Bale. I liked that movie. I thought it was fine. And
swear to me.
And he really is like banana. Like he totally plays like yuppie bananas. Like if the Wolf of Wall Street had gone psycho, like that's what he would do. All that stuff.
I almost actually said that.
What, the Wolf of Wall Street or American
Psycho? Leonardo DiCaprio's character.
Oh, Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah, he kind of is a psycho in that movie because he doesn't care who he hurts to get the money that he wants.
Yep.
or whatever. Number 2, Hannibal. Because I couldn't think of anything better. But my number 1 that I exclaimed as we were starting is Khan from Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
Who was literally willing to.
He's the one that drives the ship, right?
Well, sort of. He drives in Into Darkness. He flies the ship and crashes it. Tries to crash it into Starfleet headquarters.
Yeah,
trying to kill as many people as possible. What's your argument against it, Corny? I'm curious.
Because it's only in those moments he actually shows psychopathic tendencies. I was thinking over like the personality is that, because most of the stuff he does actually makes sense. Preservation of other people besides himself.
You're thinking of. Well, yeah, but so does Batman. Batman's trying to preserve Gotham, but he does it in a super violent manner.
But that is what he is all the time. I'm just thinking of.
Well, but not when he's Bruce Wayne. Batman's his person.
No, sorry.
You know what I'm saying?
The argument is.
Yeah, for Khan, he is willing to kill every living thing on planet Earth because that's what he's programmed to do. He's a product of the late 20th century genetics.
Oh, that's right. That's right. It's not the you killed my family, so I'm coming after you.
It's not just Again, I'm thinking more of Khan from the original series and the second movie, The Wrath of Khan, less than the Benedict Cumberbatch version, where he's a little bit justified in his actions. More like the Khan that tries to kill Kirk and take over a ship, and then Khan who maroons a crew on a planet and then tries to kill Kirk and all that stuff. So,
yeah, that makes some more sense. Thank you, sir.
No, that's fine. Always willing to, whatever. Talk Star Trek. I will say this completely off. I don't know why my brain does this, but it does this. But like, I'll tell you guys off air. No one else listening to the show is going to care.
See, now you've piqued
I'll tell you off air. No one else will care. It's
interest.
Fine. No, they don't care. They won't care. That's our top 3. That was fun. I enjoyed that one.
Oh man, you edited that out. That was interesting.
No, I wasn't. Shut up. I didn't do anything. Because if anything, the listeners know is that I don't edit for shit.
Anything.
Yeah, we are straight to hard drive. Like I don't edit anything. I mean, unless
before I got on the show, one of my favorite things is when I would be listening and Chad would say, "We'll fix it in post," and
right.
you would say, "No, we won't."
No, I'm not. And I can be very, very, finding out how the sausage is made here for the podcast. I've probably only ever edited really 2 or 3 episodes ever, and that was mainly because
somebody said.
Yeah. I was gonna do it.
Oh, I hate you so much.
I was gonna do it. I wanted to so bad.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie. That was pretty funny.
I couldn't.
You knew it was coming. You knew one of us was going to do it.
I figured, but I'd figured at 1 hour and 23 minutes we were pretty safe. But
you're never safe, dude.
No, I'm not. But wait, where'd it go? Where'd my rooster tail go? Anyway, I'll have to find it. No, the only other time really I've ever had to edit. This is kind of weirding me out. Anyway, is when we had the website Libsyn, Liberated Syndication's the site that we use, and they are great with their customer service. I highly recommend them.
Never do that.
Yeah, Liberated Syndication, and so they're the hosting site for our RSS feed. So when you download it from iTunes or Stitcher or Google Play or iHeartRadio, it pulls from them. And anyway, they have I only have enough money to pay for a limited amount of storage. So we've had a couple episodes that went 2+ hours, and I had to delete several moments of conversations because I didn't have enough room to fit the episode in the storage capacity. So That's really the only time I edit anything. Otherwise, the only thing I do is trim the edges, and then we just go from there. So that's it. There you go. That's how
boys, keep that in mind because we're going to have a cuss fest next film.
Well, I mean, just a lot of beeps, I guess. Just got to keep the clean tag.
Keep that rooster tail handy.
Yeah.
Please don't. Stop with the cussing, eh?
Just got to keep the rooster tail handy.
I will kill you all.
That was it. That's our show out of 10. I have a clip for that.
Wait, what's supposed to happen?
Well, this is where you tell me your score out of 10. We do a 10 being something great and Die Hard, and 1 being rubber. So, or 0 being Children of the Corn. Yeah. So out of 10, Andrew.
Okay.
Well, hang in there. Hang in there, Andrew. Just 1 second. Sorry. Corny. You didn't give me a score for Sweeney Todd last week.
Did I?
No. What would it have been? I'm not going to put it in. I'm just curious because Chad took your spot.
I've had a couple dates like that, and
I'm just curious.
Giving it like an 8.3.
Oh wow, you would have been the highest of all of us.
Oh yeah. I actually really enjoyed Sweeney Todd.
That's interesting. That's the exact same score you gave Rogue One.
Oh, and it's obviously different capacities, but yeah, it was very enjoyable.
Oh, and I will say this, Corny. I know you probably saw our Facebook page exploded when Sam brought up the discussion that we had on the show about movie musicals, and people have strong opinions about stuff. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. You're all wrong, but
No. No.
What's your stance, Sam?
Well,
Sam, it's a musical, but not in the same vein as Sound of Music or something like that.
So, like the argument was the argument was first against Andrew or Chad about it was Andrew about Blues Brothers being a musical. And Sam vehemently said that it's not, and we all said...
No, that was Chad.
Chad, yeah. So Sam said it wasn't. We all said that it was. So then we asked the world, and everyone said yes, except Sam. And then I wanted to do... And I put Tarzan, but now I really think about it, that's definitely the way wrong one. Maybe like Aladdin would have been a better one to pick. Or any of the other Disney ones where they actually sing, because I realized that they didn't sing.
Yeah, I think if it's one that is currently a musical on Broadway, it's probably safe.
Yeah, or like Tangled or Frozen or Moana.
I think they're making a Tangled musical, actually.
I'm sure they are. They made a TV show. Mm-hmm. But anyway, actual musical. So I totally get that one. But the second one I put was Pitch Perfect, which the world says is not a musical because they just do covers, right? The whole movie is just them singing other music. So like Andrew Lejeune coined the term jukebox musical, which I'd never heard before, where you have like these movies where you just use movies that have use. So then Corny chimes in with Scott Pilgrim versus the World, and then I said no, but then I forgot that there's a scene where they actually sing about things that are pertaining in the movie. So I think you would actually meet your criteria, Sam. I don't know.
Well, I mean, for
Andrew,
me,
you're freaking me out with your camera, by the way.
Things are happening, and the song is the vehicle to move from point A to point B. Now, the song has to be there in terms of description. Essentially, it is just sung script.
Right.
Any other thing where the music is happening and it's a part of the movie, I still don't call it a musical. Blues Brothers, to me, is not a musical on the account that the music happens, but it's not like John Belushi is singing about how they have to run away from Illinois Nazis,
But they do sing a song that actually pertains to the plot. It's not like they're just getting up there doing the "Give Me Some Lovin'" concert. Like they actually have other songs that have exposition in them. So that was the argument for.
That's true. So. I can agree to disagree.
Yeah, that's fine. It was fun. It was a fun discussion. I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it.
So bring the whole thing down to the ground.
Okay. Speaking of which, out of 10, what did you say? Have we given numbers for this? No, we didn't because I stopped you.
No, yeah.
So go ahead, Andrew. Sorry.
Damn that.
No, it's fine. I was just going to say that I think that, like I said earlier, I think if it were a great movie, I would not still have questions that are things I feel like should have been answered. There are movies that we leave with questions, and that's okay if it's intended that way. But I don't feel like some of these were intended to be that way. I feel like there's just some things that, I don't know, weren't clearly done. But having said that, I did laugh quite a bit and enjoy the movie and enjoy the way the story was told. I thought was done really well. So I'm going to give this a 6.92.
It's like you were doing a Christopher Walken without doing a Christopher Walken voice. A 6.92. All right, right on.
So there we go.
Nice.
Corny.
All right. It's a very interesting movie, and I won't watch it again. I'm pretty sure, unless I have to. It's not something I'm going to seek out, so I can't give it that high a score, but it's very, very solid. I think you should watch it at least once. So let's go with 7.26.
Okay. Right on. All right, cool. Sam. Sorry.
as corny sings me off here.
That caught me off guard.
I really enjoyed it. I think it's fun. I think it's quirky. It's a lot of fun even the second time around. It does have a few flaws, and I have to agree a little bit with Andrew in terms of just some weird questions going through it. But overall, it's entertaining. I'd have to give it about probably a 7.18 out of 10.
Cool.
We're done.
I had a good time, and I kind of want to watch it again. Just not right away. I need to sit on it and let it soak,
incubate.
Yeah. While Corny plays his sexy guitar. So, I don't know, but I don't know. I'm gonna give it I'm just gonna give it a 6.5. I liked it, but not a lot. It was fine. There we go. Yeah. And it's just, it's a little bit above Sweeney Todd. I think that's all right.
We talked about how the movie cut, and it was kind of had these weird cuts and transitions. If you want to see a movie that really has weird cuts and is kind of confusing to watch, I sent this to you in the group chat, but the movie Cloud Atlas, if you haven't seen it,
I've seen
is very much confusing to watch. But I think it's something that we should do for the podcast because it would be an interesting conversation, I think. And if you, the listener, haven't seen it, definitely take a look at it. It's a very interesting film.
I read the book it's based on, and the book is kind of that same weird way. It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
I'd like to know other people's opinion on it.
Corny, your guitar is killing me because your microphone's only picking up like every fourth note. And so all I'm hearing is the bum, 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 bum. So it's kind of funny. Anyway.
Sorry, I missed my guitar.
All right.
That's it. That's our show. Thank you for listening. And next week we are doing the beloved film. Well, I don't know, beloved. The children film. That's right, kids. We're doing a kids movie. We're doing Pete's Dragon.
This one.
Yeah. We've had. Let's see. Alice Through the Looking Glass was kind of kid-ish, and then you do Rogue One, which is kind of sort of kid-ish. Not kid-ish, but it's
family friendly.
Yeah, it's family friendly. And then we did Sweeney Todd. Nope. Seven Psychopaths. Nope. So now we're doing Pete's Dragon. So
yeah,
I watched the original Pete's Dragon, like the 1960s one with the cartoon thing and the whatever. Yep. I watched that movie 100 times when I was a kid.
Me too.
And then when this movie came out, I was like, hey, I want to go back and watch a little bit of it. And kind of forgot how awful that movie is and how we were kind of terrible people back then. I mean, the opening song is the family that Elliot's running away from They're literally singing a song how they want to boil him alive and kill him and eat him, and it's really crazy. So
I'm gonna have to try to watch the original one because I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's like Sam's theme song. It's really strange. So
damn Looney Tune generation.
No kidding. So anyway, Pete's Dragon, the 2016 Pete's Dragon has, I think Carl Urban is in it, right? Don't we have a nice big fat Star Trek connection in this movie?
Keith Urban.
Oh, is it Keith Urban? No, it's not.
No, it's Carl Urban.
It's Carl Urban. Bryce Dallas Howard is in it.
Yes, she is.
Always a fan of that, of her, not that.
I think she was pregnant in this movie.
Oh, good. Like
sorry.
Her character was pregnant, or
I think Bryce Dallas Howard was pregnant during the movie. Because she looked rounder as the movie progressed, and I was like, "That's
Courtney, you're pissing off our female listeners." I don't know if you know this, but
well, I mean, Helena Bonham.
Stop talking.
Helena Bonham Carter was
abort.
Oh,
I can confirm this. I'm just
wait. That was the wrong word to use.
Oh wow.
I'm in abort the conversation. Sorry.
Helena Bonham Carter was
stuck my foot in my mouth. Sorry.
Was pregnant during Sweeney Todd, and as a result, her boobs changed shape throughout the movie. So, wow, I'm already enjoying the trivia for this movie. This is great.
Cool.
Cool. All right. Well, here we go. That's it. So yeah, Pete's Dragons next week. I'm kind of looking forward to it. I will enjoy watching this one with my wife, and I might even let my son watch this one.
Better not be a freaking old Yeller type of story.
No, the dragon doesn't die.
Okay.
Well, let me rephrase. In the original cartoon, the dragon doesn't die, but
doesn't he disappear or something?
He goes away because he's an imaginary dragon that can manipulate the real, and then once Elliot gets a family, he doesn't need him. So he's like his Fairly Odd Parents, sort of, in that way.
Oh, I've made a mistake.
I'm concerned. My dog has just stopped barking, which means she's either pooped on the floor, or she gave up.
Just giving up
and is waiting on you.
Why did you, Corny? Why did you say you've made a mistake?
I have about how round Bryce Dallas Howard was, and I didn't mean that in a she is fat. I mean that she appeared to be pregnant based on a couple of things that I saw, and it didn't make any sense to me, and I was very wrong.
Okay.
It was not. Sorry.
Cool. All right, that's it. That's our show. Thank you for listening. That was fun. Good to have you back again, Corny. And
really, I don't feel so.
No. I'm glad to have you back. Always a good time. You and your Guider.
Whoa! What did you call him?
Okay, I gotta pause the music.
Only I can say that.
So Stephen Everett, who's participated on the podcast before, he always, when we were growing up together, he would like to mispronounce words on purpose for their comic relief or comic ability. And his guitar, he called it his Guider. He always called it that. I got to tune the old Guider. He used to always say it. And like they had a song that they did when I was running sound for the band called From Afar, and he would call it From Afar. It's just the way he is. So anyway, I sometimes forget that other people don't know that joke. So when I say weird stuff, they're like, what the hell? So anyway, sorry. What are we doing next week? I already said Pete's Dragon. Special thanks goes out to you guys, the listeners, for sticking it out. I don't know why I still have that in my notes. Special thanks goes to. I should probably just delete that. GoFundMe.com/Cheapseat Reviews is still active. I went into it the other day. It's still there. So if you want to throw a couple bucks our way, that'd be great. Just to help keep the lights on. Check out our Anchor app. I'll be posting my review of Kong Skull Island soon. Leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, YouTube, and all the other places your podcatching apps provide. iHeartRadio, I think we're still there too. Visit our website, cheapseatreviews.com. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/CheapseatReviews. And, of course, you can follow us on Twitter @CheapseatCast. And you can, will, and should send your emails to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com.
Did you just threaten people?
No. Did I? I didn't mean to.
You said will.
You will. You will. You will send us your emails for the greater good.
All your base are belong to us.
That's right. I rewatched Hot Fuzz the other day. It was just as enjoyable the second time as it was the first time.
Great or good.
The great or good. And I laughed louder than ever with the whole by the power of Grayskull. So anyway, that's going to do it for us. For me, on behalf of Corny, Andrew, and Sam, this is Sean saying thank you so much for listening, and good night.